Hi, YouTube. We're going to be watching the Fat Files, the most important website ever, Craigslist. I'm Canadian. We don't have Craigslist up here, or if we do, it's just not used. We mostly have, like, Facebook Marketplace, actually. I don't really think we have a Craigslist equivalent, so, I mean, I'm kind of curious on what, what's going to even happen on Craigslist here. So, let's find out what's going on.
Yes, you read the title. No, I'm not kidding. I'm going to prove it to you. Today we're talking about...
I believe you already, but also, I've never been to a Craigslist.
the most important website ever created and one of the most ethically ran businesses on the face of the earth, Craigslist.
Ethically? I've heard horror stories about this website, though.
I'm sorry, what?
Okay, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. Usually this is part of the video where I have like a cool hook or a cool statistic that pulls you into the story and makes you want to know more, so you sit through my ad and then continue watching the video. I don't have that. It's just gonna be unhinged the entire time. So let's get the ad out of the way.
Delete me. What's this?
It's the new Mustang Arms Chesty AR-15. It's awesome.
Is it named after me?
No, but it should be.
Well, that's get yourself a good spouse like that.
But what's this?
This is the world's largest commercially sold zip tie that I got drunk and bought one night. What?
This man has a lot of disposable income, apparently.
All right, you guys know the deal. Delete me. Online subscription model. You give them money every month. They turn around and make sure that data brokers on the internet aren't selling your personal information. What does this actually do in practice? It gets rid of a bunch of robocalls and spam emails. And on top of that, your personal info isn't just floating around the internet for anybody to be able to buy for a couple of bucks. Okay, I know what you're thinking, because I thought the same thing. I don't want to give Delete Me all my personal information either. I'm trying to get my personal information off the internet. Why would I give it to an internet company? You don't really have to give them your personal information. It's honestly kind of creepy. I gave them my name and my email address, and that was it. They came back to me a couple of days later and was like, is this your address or one of your previous addresses? It was. Is this your mom's full name? Uh-huh. Is that your dad's full name? Uh-huh. Are you related to this person? Did you go to this high school? They knew everything about me and knew exactly who I was just by me giving them my name and my email. All I had to do was answer a couple of yes or no questions as to whether or not that was in fact me, which it was, at which point they're like, cool, go ahead, pay.
This is honestly horrifying. That is honestly horrifying, and something I always tell people when online. And I know we've talked about this before last time we watched his video, but like, seriously, be careful with the information you give people, because holy crap, it is so easy to be able to just find out your whole life story with just a few simple questions that you think are completely harmless.
For our subscription service, we'll go to all the data brokers where we found this information and force them to delete it. And as long as you keep being a paying member, they will continue to monitor all these data brokers for your personal information. And if these data brokers do acquire it again, they will force them to delete it again. In my opinion, it's definitely worth it. I've been using them since before they were paying me to talk about them, and I'm going to keep using them after they quit paying me to talk about them. If you want to give it a try, I'll have a link and a discount code down below. Let's get back to the video. Okay, full disclosure, was not planning on making this video. I needed to buy a couch, and I went on Craigslist to do it. I thought you were a big YouTuber and big YouTubers make a bunch of money. Why can't you just buy a new couch?
Why? Listen, I'm going to be perfectly honest. I used to sell furniture. New couches are inflated to shit. Okay? Absolutely overpriced. Way over fucking priced. Okay? I would get a couch set, a nice looking couch set. I would look at the market price we paid in order to get that thing. It was like $300-400. I would then be forced to put it on the showroom floor, and the market price would be like $4 or $5 grand. Okay, those things are extremely overpriced. Oh, bye everybody. It is nuts. And like, a used couch is just about as good as a new couch, as long as you go and vet the couch before you go and buy it. So like, yes, you guys are, by the way, getting all this information from an egg. You all don't say.
Because I wanted to blow this one up with Tannerite, and buying a new couch didn't seem financially responsible.
Also, that's also a perfectly good point. That's also a good point.
Okay? Quit interrupting my story. Anyways, I need a couch. I go to Craigslist. Seems like a normal thing to do. I'm scrolling through Craigslist, and then it dawns on me, this website has not changed in my entire life. I've been perusing Craigslist since I was in middle school. Nothing about this website has changed whatsoever. And then the voice in the back of my head is like, how the fuck does Craigslist make money? I mean, think about it. I've never seen a single like targeted ad, like, you know, you get ads on my YouTube videos, you get ads on Facebook, Instagram. They don't have that. There's never been the pop-up being like, hey, give me your email and your personal information and save 10% off your next purchase. They're not selling my personal information. They've never made me pay to use the site. They've never asked me for anything. How are they making money? And at first I start thinking maybe it's like a public service type thing, you know, like Wikipedia, like maybe some people donate just to keep the website up and running, at which point I'm like, maybe I should donate to Craigslist. I've been using it enough. I probably do owe them a little bit of money to keep the site running, you know, pay it forward, if you will. So then I Google it. How much money does Craigslist make? They make anywhere between $300 million and $1 billion a year, and they only have 50 employees and an 80% profit margin, okay? That's like 16.
Huh? Huh? How?
$1 million generated per employee of profit. At this point, I'm like, oh, they're fucking up to something sinister. I'm gonna figure out what it is. So I start looking into it, and boy, was I wrong, because it became very apparent to me very quickly that if Craig Newmark, like Craigslist, Craig, and the CEO, Jim Buckmaster, wanted to be evil tech overlord trillionaires, they absolutely could have been. Okay, and this is why it's the most important website in the history of the world, all right? If you're a normal person doing normal people things on the internet, almost every website and every service you use online is a single idea that was ripped off.
This is a perfect video for Delete Me to be the sponsor of, but like, no, you try to go and get news information. You are hit with like 50 different things saying, hey, turn off your ad blocker. Can you support this? You have to get a subscription or to continue reading this. You have to do this. You have to buy this. You have to do this. Give us your information. Give us your money. Give us this thing. Give us this thing. Just to look at fucking news. All right? If you watch, I don't have YouTube Premium right now. I can't afford it right at this time. And I have minimal subscriptions to friends. I actually have to clean up my subscriptions right now just because, once again, can't afford. If you have to deal with ads in Twitch or YouTube, like, it is nutty now. They're so bad. Like, on the TV version of YouTube, like, it almost makes you sit through 30 seconds to like a minute and a half worth of ads. It makes you sit through those before it says, okay, now you can skip through. Now you can skip the ads. It's so ridiculous. So like, how is this working? Is it like just going off of old school work?
From Craigslist and then over monetized and used to exploit you to make billions of dollars. And if Craigslist wanted to do it first, they absolutely could have. And the only reason they didn't is because they looked around and they're like, I mean, we're making hundreds of millions of dollars and we're not screwing over literally anybody. What if we just keep doing that? And that,
because please, thank you. Can we have more companies like this? Please.
That's what they did. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. We're just going to take it from the top. 1995, Craig Newmark, the guy that founded Craigslist, is living in San Francisco. He's a super nerdy dude, like pocket protector, glasses with the tape. Nerdy, he's computer savvy, not that great at making friends. So he made an email list for his like local San Francisco area where he would just blast out an email for all kinds of different social events like art viewings or tech meetups or whatever. Any social event that you wanted to promote, you could send it to Craig and he would blast it out.
Sorry, give me 1 second. I have to bring my dogs in. 45 slime streak, let's go. I'll come in, Ruby. And yeah, we could make more money screwing over people, but that lasts 5 seconds, so let's not do that. How about? Let's not say we did.
To all of his followers on this email list that would affectionately become known as Craig's List.
He said it!
And he pretty much just did this to help him and other people go out and meet and make friends. And he's just like doing this on his own free time. He's still working a full-time job, managing this massive email list, and by
Thank you for the hydrate. Guys, I do that thing all the time when watching movies now. Ever since I saw that little clip in in Family Guy, whenever we I hydrated, thank you. Whenever we're watching a movie and they say like part of the title in the movie, I'm just like, oh, they said the thing. They said the thing. Okay, guys. Okay. Stop.
1996, it becomes too much, so he makes Craigslist as we know it today the website where he basically allows people to just upload all the details of their current event, and everybody knows they can go to Craigslist.com and they can look up all the different social events themselves. So he's one of the first, if not the first website to allow users to create posts to promote their social events to get people to interact with each other, which arguably makes it the first social media ever.
That's impressive.
Yes.
And it's the purest form of social media. Here's the plan. You come to my platform, you meet people, you leave my platform, you go meet the people in real life. Okay, then Facebook, Meta, X, Instagram, all these other social medias took that concept of like, oh, people are interacting, people are talking on
And let's shitify it.
online, but then if they leave the platform, I can't make hundreds of billions of dollars and become an evil tech overlord. How can we make more money off of this? Oh, I know. We'll convince them to never ever leave the platform. We're going to get them to come on our platform and just spend hours a day staring at a
Hi Twitch, hi YouTube, hi X, hi Blue Sky, hi Facebook, hi literally fucking everything. Arknights? Oh yeah, for sure. Literally every game, everything. Yeah, I turned off viewer attack for the video. I don't want you guys, disturbing the video. After the video's off, I will turn on the TTS. I will turn off viewer attack. It'll be back. Don't you worry.
screen looking at what other people are fucking doing and have no desire to actually go out and do shit themselves. That way we can sell hyper-targeted ads and make hundreds of billions of dollars.
Straight down the middle. No hook, no spin, no fuss. Anything more, and this becomes figure skating.
Okay, I wasn't exaggerating when I said it earlier. Every website that you use on the internet is an idea that was ripped off from Craigslist and then used to exploit you to make a ton of money. So 1996, Craigslist is up. It's pretty much being used to promote social events, and then people start uploading other things on there like job openings or resumes, and they're like helping people find employment, and Craig is like, oh, well, that seems like a good thing, but also he's getting so much traffic that he can't afford to keep this website running much longer because he has to operate all these servers because he's getting all these hits on his website. So he has to figure out a way to make at least a little bit of money. So what he does is whenever you want to post a job opening, he's going to charge you anywhere from $5 to $75 to post your job listing on his website. If you're a multi-million-dollar company looking for, a hedge fund investor or a doctor, he's going to charge you $75. If you're a small home-owned business, if you're like the local hardware store, he's going to charge you $5 to help you find a new cashier. It's like the most straightforward, honest way to go about business on the internet imaginable. And then you get companies like Indeed and Glassdoor that took that idea and made it way
and then shitify it. Once again, I showed you guys this yesterday, but I got a email from Indeed from a company I'm pretty sure is fake, asking, hey, do you want to make AI generated content for Instagram? We'll pay you a full-time remote work job for going from anywhere from $25 to $45 an hour. And it's like, that is tempting as shit, but I'm guaranteeing this thing is just a huge scam and a bunch of lies. And Indeed doesn't fucking care because they're just going to let people do that. They're just going to let them do that to try and make their own dollar without vetting anything. And the company is just going to be like, yeah, we don't mind paying this because we're going to get so much more value out of getting this person's information than either by stealing their social insurance number because, it's a business. So they're going to try to get my number off me and then sell it to the highest bidder. Or anything along those lines. My bank info. Because once again, they have to give you direct deposit, right? So, yeah, it's stinking lies be stinking, exactly. It's kind of gross. It's really gross.
fucking worse. Craig's plan, give me $5, I'll post your job listing. If people are interested, they'll get a hold of you.
basically how the news worked, like the newspaper originally worked. Except, you know, a much larger reach.
You can interview them. If you hire them, great. Companies like Indeed and Glassdoor, okay, we're going to take Craigslist's idea. We're going to charge way more than $5 to post a job listing. It's actually going to be bidding, so whichever job just is willing to pay the most, they're going to be listed at the top. Or we'll have it so the employer has to pay per click. But we're also just going to amass and collect millions and millions.
Pay per click? Oh my god.
Millions of resumes and credentials from potential employees, and then we're going to use that data and sell it to massive employers. That way, if we get data that shows, like, I don't know, people with master's degrees are willing to work for a job that only pays $19 an hour, we're going to be able to turn around and sell that information to these massive employers. That way, they know how little they can pay people, and we're actually going to be able to make a ton of money by selling this information to that employer, and then that massive employer is going to be able to underpay a ton of people, driving down wages across the entire country.
Wow. That's shit.
And the best part is
Yep.
like half the job listings don't even actually exist, or they're ghost listings that have already been filled internally, but we're not going to tell anybody that, so they still give us all our personal information, so we can turn around and exploit people that are looking for work by selling their personal data.
Delete me.
Yeah, I'm telling you, whatever you do on the internet, Craigslist did it first.
Wait a minute, why did you create that guy?
I didn't.
Anyways, the website just
Wait a minute, why did you create the guy? I didn't.
keeps growing. Eventually, he's got to start hiring people to help him. He ends up having 9 employees working out of his apartment to run this website. And it just keeps growing. People start posting more shit. Pretty soon, people are posting rental houses that are available or houses that they're trying to sell. Again, same super straightforward business model. Give me $5, we'll throw your house up on the internet, we'll help you sell it. Okay, literally like the first website on the internet that allowed a home seller to connect to a home buyer by looking at pictures on the internet of the house, and then they talk and meet in the middle. They go look at the house, they buy the fucking house, and then they don't have to give the real estate agent 6% of the value of their property. Wow, what a great idea.
Yeah. Sold my house for $250,000, something like that. A little under. I got 60,000 left. I'm not touching that. That's in like a savings account right now, growing. And I need to try, start investing that money a little bit, but like, not great.
And then Zillow and Redfin and Realtor.com come along and they're like, hey, let's do the same exact thing. We'll make the website a little bit prettier and people can go on the internet and look, and then we're not going to connect them with the buyer. No. We're going to harvest their information and then turn around and sell that information to the real estate agent. And we're going to sell it to the real estate agent for anywhere between like $500 and $1,000 per lead. And then that's going to get baked into the real estate agent cost, which is already 6%, but now it's going to be even more because they have to pay this extra fee. And we're going to raise the prices of houses all across the entire fucking country.
This is the worst.
Which is something.
Wow. Man, like, triple yikes, right? Man, this is why I love this guy's content. Gregory looks so silly next to the video. I do, but like, the point still stands. I'm putting a little bit of comedy in this, like, terrible situation we're in. Like, this is the kind of shit we need to really be fighting against. This is terrible. This is horrible shit. This is horse shit. And there's no stop point on it. There's no, like, lid on this sort of shit. It's just, they're allowed to do this. There's no stopping them. There's no checks or balances in place to prevent this shit from happening. It's just, they're allowed to do it.
That Craigslist totally could have done if they wanted to, but they were fine just making $5. Okay, do you understand? Craig literally gave you a way to circumvent having to pay real estate agents 6% of the value of your entire fucking house, and nobody likes using it because the user interface isn't pretty enough. It's in
Wah, wah. Oh my god. Yeah. I've heard those arguments before.
insane. Which Which, to be fair, I kind of understand. I mean, look at Craigslist. If it were any other website on the planet besides Craigslist,
It legitimately looks like a scam site to me. Like, it looks like something like, huh. It does look like it is pretty. Like, it actually is nice because it's clean. It's simple. It's straightforward. But it looks like a scam site. And it doesn't have a whole bunch of, like, pretty banners and fun things going on the sides and all that, like in Amazon or something like that. It's just a white screen. Here's the pictures of the here's the thumbnail pictures. On this side you can move around and figure out what you're looking for, and on the other side is just all the pictures, and then we have a search bar up top. That's all you fucking need. But now we have to have, best deal of the day. We have the promotional place. We have Amazon first stuff, and it's like, just stop. Just give us the information.
Craigslist, you'd take one look at this and be like, that's a fucking scam. I mean, if we're being
Right?
honest, Craigslist looks like it was made by a guy they hired off of Craigslist. You want to know why? Because that's exactly what happened. 1999, Jim's looking for a new employee, starts pulling up resumes.
Jim, I mean Craig, sorry. In my opinion, scam sites usually have more the appearance of, like, overdoing images, really overly happy, smiling stock photo people, flashing text, and testimonials on the next page. Yeah, on the main page, yeah. A bare bones site, like to me, looks less like a scam. True. It also doesn't. It actually. Now that I think about, like, we have it in our heads where just, like, a very, like, under designed thing is boring. I'm a boring VTuber, all right? But I stand out in the crowd because, you know, look at me, I'm a fucking egg. And when I'm not an egg, I'm just a little blue boy. I'm a little blue boy with jiggle physics. That's it. But, like, I'm simple. And then you look at characters in Arknights. What is half of the design even there for? Most of them have things hanging off the back of their jackets or something like that, and you're just like, what is that even for? Does that do anything? Why do the enemies have these, like, cables hanging off their face? Like, it just a whole bunch of just random crap. And then you go to a website. Yeah, technopunk aesthetic, sure, but, like, it's too much. And then you go to a professional website, in quotations, and it is colorful. It's full of advertisements on the side to show, hey, look at that. We're doing our thing in order to keep ourselves as free as possible so that you can just do your thing and no questions asked, blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, they're doing their best in order to take every bit of information that you give them, plus every bit of money that you can give them. Like, for instance, why do we need a subscription service for Amazon? In order for us to get our packages at a reasonable time. Why? So they can have more money. That's the only reason it's there for. It's there. Let's be perfectly honest. It's so bad. Oh, this is opening my eyes. All about the money. Yep. And frankly, like, if you're making, let's say, $50,000 a year, okay? If you're making, you know what? Actually, if you were making $1,000 to $2,000 a year or a month, and you are able to comfortably live, you're able to pay your gas bills, you're able to pay your hydro, pay your rent, and all that sort of thing. If you're making enough to do that, and then have a little bit in your pocket so that emergency happens, or you want to just go out one night, or that sort of thing, you're fine. If you suddenly got $1 million, you're now a little bit more well off. Are you more well off than if you had just been given $100,000 in your pocket? Not really. you have a little bit more of a slush fund, but like you're in the same boat. What's the difference between 1 million and 10 million? Nothing. It's a giant number at that point. Yeah, it's just. But companies, all they see is number go up, must make number bigger. Because, you know, that's what our financiers want, is to just. We want more.
Maze on Craigslist finds Jim Buckmaster, hires him. Dude's an absolute killer.
Jim Buckmaster. Damn.
Comes in, starts expanding Craigslist into other big cities all across the United States, starts adding all kinds of categories. He adds all the forums where you can have discussion, expanding their part of their social media. He starts adding all the different for sale sections where you can sell your used cars and everything else. He starts expanding absolutely everything. He even gives it its search engine. Yes, Craigslist had a search engine before Google even fucking existed. He basically came in and created the Craigslist that we have today, quickly became the CEO, and he gave us the glorious for sale section on Craigslist where people can go and sell all their shit or give away their shit for free. And guess what they're going to charge for it? Absolutely nothing. It's free. They were making enough money off of the real estate listings and the housing listings. I think they charge a certain fee if you're an actual car dealer selling your car, but if you're just a private person trying to sell your car, it's free. Everything else is free. You want to sell anything else on the internet like that, you're going to be paying a subscription fee and they're going to charge you a percentage. You want to sell your stuff on Shopify, congratulations. You're paying me X amount of dollars a month no matter what, and I'm taking like a 2 to 3% flat rate of everything you sell. Same thing with Etsy, same thing with eBay, same thing with Amazon. You're giving them a percentage cut of everything you sell.
Percentage. My merch shop on Fourth Wall, I'm the one taking a percentage. You buy a shirt, I'm getting a small percentage of that. I don't want to charge you guys too terribly much, just so I can make a couple extra bucks. I try to make as little as possible on those so that, you know, you guys can just get merch. That's it. All the stickers are the minimum price. Minimum. I can't go any lower on them because the site just won't let me. And yeah, at that point, it's just, once again, I'm taking a percentage.
Craigslist, free. Buh! Facebook Marketplace is free too, and it does the same thing. Buh! Is it free, or does it come at the cost of having to give Mark Zuckerberg all your personal information so he can turn around and sell it, and now he knows that you drive a 1997 clapped out Toyota Camry, and he's gonna hyper-target you with ads 24/7.
But not only that, it's also free for all the businesses. Right? It's also free for all the businesses. I've tried going on Facebook Marketplace in order to be like, okay, I want to, because my car is slowly on death's door. I'm going to need to get a new car within the next few years. I went onto Facebook Marketplace to take a peek and see if I could find, a new car or something like that. Well, a new to me car. And all of them were being like, hey, here's a car for $1,000. No, $1,000 down payment. Because it's from a business. Almost all the big ads at the top of the list are from businesses. All the people that are actually just trying to sell a car barely exist. So like, fuck me, I guess. After this, I think I'm going to be... They pay for priority result placement. Exactly. But that the amount that they're paying for that, considerably lower than what they would get out of it.
Not to mention, you can go to Craigslist anonymously. There's no tracking. You don't have an account. There's no profile. You can just literally get the dude's email or phone number and call him and be like, hey, are you selling that Toyota Camry? I'd like to come see it. Great. You go there, you give him cash, you take the Camry, you fuck off, and you have a great day.
And me now wanting to see if we have a Craigslist in Canada. Driving your clapped out Camry after a deal on Craigslist.
I don't need to know that guy's name. He doesn't need to know my name. I give him money. I buy the car. I leave.
Yep, and if it's not a business, it's a scammer or some asshole. Yeah, exactly. It's so bad. It's so annoying. God, now I'm really hoping that Craigslist is in Canada in some way.
That's the end of the story. Or I could do it on Facebook Marketplace, and then he gets curious and he decides to click on my profile. And now he knows what I look like. He knows what my wife and kids look like. He knows my last name. He knows where I work. He knows all kinds of personal information about me. And just, no thank you. It's completely unnecessary. Craig did it first. He did it for free, and he did it better. Speaking of clapped out Toyotas, Jim Bucknell, when he was adding all these extra features and forums and discussion things on Craigslist, decided that he had a good idea. He was going to take the best, funniest posts in Craigslist history from all across the world, and he was going to archive them in the best of Craigslist section, and the funniest fucking ad of all time is in there for a Toyota Corolla. The listing name is 1999 Toyota Corolla.
Oh, this is going to be fire. Oh, I'm so excited for this.
Fine as fuck. You want a car that gets the job done? You want a car that's hassle-free? You want a car that literally no one will ever compliment you on? Well, look no further.
Oh, I'm sold.
The 1999 Toyota Corolla. Let's talk about the features. Bluetooth. Nope. Sunroof. Nope. Fancy wheels. Nope. Rear view camera.
Nope.
But it's got a transparent rear window and you've got a fucking neck that can turn. Let me tell you a story. One day my Corolla...
Oh my god, this is all the features I need. Actually, I really do like having Bluetooth at least, because then I can actually have my own music and not have to listen to the fucking radio, which is just the same 5 songs over and over and over again. Let me tell you a story. But like, this is selling me. This is selling me. Guys, I don't even use my rear window. I have a car. I have a rear window that I can easily just turn around and look out and be like, okay, I can drive. But you know what? I used to be a delivery driver and I used to drive cube vans. You don't have a rear window in those things. And I used to have to back up a fucking country mile just to get out of somebody's freaking driveway sometimes. So, I learned how to use my mirrors real fucking well. And you know what? It works really well in the wintertime when there's 3 feet of snow on my back window and most of it is ice, so I can't see out of it anyway, so who the hell needs a fucking rear window? I sure as hell don't.
Started making a strange noise. I didn't give a shit and ignored it. It went the fuck away. The end. You can take the engine out of this car, drop it off the Golden Gate Bridge, fish it out of the water 1,000 years later, put it in the trunk of the car, fill the gas tank up with Nutella, turn the key, and this puppy would fucking start right up. This car will outlive you. It will outlive your children. Things this car is old enough to do. Vote. Yes. Consent to sex. Yes. Rent a car. It is a car.
This is the best ad I've ever read. This is the best thing I've ever heard.
This car's got history. It's seen some shit. People have done straight things in this car. People have done gay things in this car. It's not...
Oh, what? Excuse me? Hello? I'm interested. All for the low, low price of $2,500.
Gonna judge you like some fucking Volkswagen would. Interesting facts about this car. The car's exterior color is gray, but the interior is also gray. The owner's manual, oil is listed as optional. When this car was unveiled at the 1998...
What? Do that again. What? Hold on. Back up. Exterior color is gray, but its interior color is optional. The oil is listed as optional.
When this car was unveiled at the 1998 Detroit Auto Show, it caused all 2,000 attendees to spontaneously yawn. The resulting abrupt change of air pressure inside the building caused a partial collapse of the roof. 4 people died.
Wait,
the
what?
event was chronicled in the documentary Bored to Death, the story of the 1999 Toyota Corolla. You want to know more about this car?
Is that like just based on this entire ad listing? I'm legitimately wondering if that is actually a thing. Hold on. I doubt that's real. Hold on. I'm Googling it though. What was it called? Hold on.
Know more about this car?
Bored to Death. Okay. Death. The story of the... Oh my god, Google, why do your links so fucking long? To Death. Oh my god. Okay, no, it all links back to that hilarious ad. It all links back to the same ad. 2,500 for a car is a steal? Hell yeah, it is. Even I could afford that, right?
To Death, the story of the 1999 Toyota Corolla. You want to know more about this car? Great. I had my car fill out a Facebook survey. Favorite food, spaghetti. Favorite TV show, Alf. Favorite band, a tie between Bush and the Gin Blossoms. This car is as practical as a Roth IRA. It's as middle of the road as your grandpa during his last silver alert. It's as utilitarian as a member of a church whose scripture is based entirely on water bills. I don't even know what the fuck that means. I ran the Carfax on this car. I got a single sheet of paper back that said it's a Corolla. It's fine. Let's face facts. This car isn't going to win any beauty contests, but neither are you. Stop lying to yourself and stop lying to your wife. This isn't the car you want.
I am a beautiful egg. Be nice to egg.
It's the car you deserve. The fucking 1999 Toyota Corolla. I need to do a whole video of just the funniest Craigslist ads.
Hell yes.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Please.
Sorry, I'm getting horribly sidetracked. Anyways, early 2000s, Craigslist is absolutely crushing it. People want them to IPO. They want them in the stock market. People want to invest, but Craig is like,
No.
nah, I'm good. It's fine.
Nah.
I'm just going to keep owning it. This is working. I'm making a ton of money. I don't need to open it up to like investors because then I'm going to be, you know, bound to make the investors more money. And then they're going to want me to turn around and start charging everybody to post things on Craigslist. And it ruins the entire spirit of why
Privately owned businesses for the fucking win. Oh my god.
I started this business. No, I make enough money. I don't need to be an evil tech billionaire. Just no. He literally gets told by investment bankers and venture capital people that if he would just IPO and allow outside investors to come in, he could make $11 billion. And he's like,
Why?
don't care. In his own words, and I quote, "It didn't bother me because my moral compass was set in Sunday school."
Damn.
At which point,
Damn. And once again, what's the difference between having a million and a billion? An extra zero. That's it. It's just a lot, sure. Actually, it's like 3 extra zeros.
3.
But like, what more are you going to buy in difference? Nothing. You're still rich.
all
Start said, I'm gonna buy these hands so I can beat you up.
Who are you talking to?
Chad?
Okay. No, I might beat them up. It depends who it is.
I just assumed she was going to beat me up. That's normally how it goes. The difference between having a million and a billion is way less control and way more obligation. That billion don't come with autonomy. True.
of the venture capitalists and all of these people came out of the woodwork and they're like, wow, Craig is a great guy. We're going to leave him alone forever. No, I'm just kidding. eBay tries to buy him out. He says no. And then eBay brute forces their way in. One of the first employees for Craigslist got paid in equity, and he owned like 25% of the company. And he was disgruntled because he obviously wanted to sell out and make billions of dollars, and Craig wasn't going to let him. So he turned around and sold his 25% share in Craigslist to eBay for $32 million.
Congratulations. You just sold a share of a very good company that would have gotten you probably $32 million just passively because your boss wasn't trying to sell out the company and, you know, force you to have to make quota after quota after quota, make you basically probably lose your job because you probably wouldn't have been doing enough work for them. And also reduce your entire wage because you'll be going from 50 employees to like 500 employees within the next year or two. Meaning you'd be making basic bitch minimum wage. At best. You ruined a good job.
To be fair, there is several different accounts. That's one account. The other account is that both Jim and Craig and this disgruntled employee all banded together and sold eBay 28.4% of the company for $32 million. And that the reason that Craig allowed it was basically to offload this disgruntled guy that was already upset. And he saw there may be some strategic value with eBay. And allegedly eBay had made a bunch of promises that they weren't going to try to change Craigslist. Regardless of which one of those two scenarios it was, eBay comes in. They're now a board member sitting on the board because they have this huge share of Craigslist, and they immediately start trying to change Craigslist so they can make a ton of more money. And Craig, not having that shit. Absolutely not.
You gonna get away with it? Not up in here. Not up in here!
So because eBay couldn't make Craig utilize Craigslist to make more money and exploit people, they turned around, and because they were sitting on the board, they had access to all this private personal data because Craigslist to this day is still a private company. We don't actually know how much money they make. These are all like projections and hearsay. So they're super private about all their information and their internal workings. So they gather up all this information and then turn around and start a website called Kijiji, which is a knockoff of Craigslist.
Oh, I asked at the beginning of the video what it is Canadians have. We use Kijiji. Oh, I don't like where this is going.
List that now dominates Canada. Obviously, Craig's pretty pissed off about this, and he needs to get them off the board so they don't have access to this information, so he ends up diluting their shares below 25%. That way they no longer have their board seat and they can't have this information anymore. Problem solved. eBay turns around and sues him because of it. He turns around and sues eBay for giving away his personal information and creating competitors, and it turns into this enormous legal battle that ultimately resolves with Craig buying back all the equity from eBay. And that's it. The rest is history. Craigslist to this day is still the exact same thing that it was back in the early 2000s. It's identical. Craigslist still looks like it was designed by a guy they hired off of Craigslist because it was. There's no algorithms that select the best post and rank them higher. There's no way to pay money to get your post ranked higher. It's just, we're gonna post it chronologically, and however you posted it, that's the order it's going up on the website. We haven't hired psychologists and business majors to figure out and construct a way to keep you on the platform as long as possible, to try to force you to digest as many ads as possible for us to make more money. No, you go to Craigslist, you get the information you want, you leave Craigslist, you go meet a stranger, you buy a couch for $40, and you blow it the fuck up with Tannerite because this is America. Craigslist is literally...
This is America. Legitimately, I completely forgot about Kijiji because I haven't used it since my last job. And I hate Kijiji so much. It's convoluted, it doesn't do a great job, and not many people want to use it. And once again, it's the same thing as like Facebook Marketplace. You go on there and all the main things that are being sold are from companies. Hi, Striker.
The predecessor for social media, finding houses online, buying used cars online, online forums, literally everything you use the internet for, Craigslist came up with and pioneered that shit and offers almost...
I'm feeling poached. And we are learning about Craigslist, and oh my god, I wish I had access to Craigslist up in Canada.
All of it to you to this day for free.
Sounds good to me.
Craig could have literally been an evil tech trillionaire. He could have been the guy running Zillow, Realtor.com, Redfin. He could have ran Indeed, Glassdoor, Facebook, Instagram, X. All that money all these companies have made, that could have been him, but he would have had to fuck you over to do it, and he wasn't willing to do it, and he just decided, you know what? Hundreds of millions of dollars is enough. I'm gonna be a good person. And that is why Craigslist is the best and arguably the most important website of all time. Thank you for watching. Best way to support the channel is go buy some merch, maybe drink some Echelon. All that's available over at thefatelectrician.com. Quack bang out.
Yeah. Craig is friend, and I miss Tom. Yeah. Bring back MySpace. Tom, you've been replaced. There's a little bit of something.
I don't know how much tannerite it takes to blow up a couch, but I know how much I'm gonna use.
Are you going to show that? Please tell me you're going to show that. Please?
All right, fine, we'll do one more. This is a close.
Yeah! Just 3.7K before I get my bubble drawn. Hell yeah.
Second. Coffee table of the gods. This coffee table is perfect for someone with a cocaine habit or looking to shoot an adult-rated film. As you can see from the photo, the majestic beauty of this coffee table rivals earthly treasures such as the color of the sky at sunset, the laughter of a small child, and infidelity. Qualities of this table: carpeted, mirrored. The motherfucker spins. Doesn't have any weird splotches under black lights. Due to the assumed large demand for this table, all inquiries will be subjected to a quiz to determine their level of badassery. The price on the table is firm, $7.83, 4 cans of Chef Boyardee beef ravioli, and a framed photo of Betty White, located in Minneapolis.
It's amazing how much fun you can have if you've got the balls.
Right? Oh. Ah, God, what the hell is that, Selma? What? Hey, did you enjoy that? Was it funny? Well, come and check it out live over on twitch.tv/freeform_art. Make sure you put the _art. We have lots of fun there. We enjoy ourselves, and we want to see you over there. So come on and hang out. See you in a bit.